iPhone 12 mini, 13 mini, iPhone 14 mini? Well, that's not the case. Mini iPhones got discontinued. In September 2022, with the release of this set of iPhones, the one which should be 14 mini got replaced by 14 Plus. So why did Apple do this? The original idea behind the mini iPhone was to appeal to a new category of people. Apple naturally wanted to broaden their user base. However, it's not clear which group of people it should appeal to more. Is it for people wanting a small iPhone? Or is it for people wanting a cheaper, yet the latest device? The mini iPhone appears to be solving both problems, at least on paper. The iPhone 12 mini, the first one to carry the name Mini, promised a lot. It was supposed to be used easily with just one hand, bringing the old times back. It brought the same camera setup as iPhone 12, and it seemed like a fun little device. But the market has spoken, and it turned out that the demand was really low. Out of the entire new iPhone 12 lineup, sales of the 12 mini accounted to only 5%. They had to cut down the production of this phone once they saw the low sales, and by a huge amount. 2 million mini iPhones that were scheduled had to be cancelled. So the expected success didn't materialize. So let's take a look at the first reason why it failed. The naming problem. In my opinion, the first problem started right during the introduction, when they named it as they did. While the word mini literally means to be of a smaller size, it also indicates that something is lacking. It's the mini version of the real deal. You don't have the regular, good iPhone 12, you only have a mini, second-class version of the new shiny iPhone. At least that's what many people thought. Don't get me wrong, it's a good idea to differentiate your products. The budget iPhone is called SE, shortcut for Special Edition, which implies that there's something special about the phone and it doesn't depict it as something of lower class or value. It got differentiated in a really good way. It didn't mess with the lineup. iPhone XR, for example, wasn't named lower-end iPhone XS or something like that. They named it differently, with the R in the name to make it independent from the rest of the lineup. And take a look at the Mac Mini or iPad Mini. They also indicated that you get something less out of them. You in fact do get less, but you pay a lot less for them as a result. The Mac Mini is smaller, a bit worse when it comes to performance compared to other Mac computers, but is the cheapest desktop computer you can buy from Apple. Same thing for iPad Mini. It's not the greatest, but one of the most affordable tablets. This isn't the case with iPhone 12 mini. It's officially part of the latest 12 series, while also being a little bit behind. It's not just the smaller frame of the phone, it also has smaller speakers, smaller battery, which on the iPhone 12 mini didn't last long, although it got better with the iPhone 13 mini through optimization and other things. It's still a smaller battery. The keyboard is smaller when you type. The notch is the same, but it appears to be bigger because of the screen that is smaller around it. Well, they cut down on a bunch of things, but still consider it to be a high-end latest release smartphone. Just compare it to this year's iPhone 14 lineup. 14 Plus definitely sounds like it's going to bring some more stuff to the table, compared to 13 mini, which sounds like it brings less, while paying a big price for it. And by this, we're moving on to the second problem it faced. And it's the price. They priced the 12 mini at $699 for the base version. Just the year before, you could buy the iPhone 11, the real deal, not the mini version, for the same price. So it felt odd to get a brand new device that appears to be, quote, worse than the last year's that you already have. In other words, the 12 mini didn't feel like an upgrade from the previous iPhone 11 or XS or XR even. And because it's not clear if it's supposed to be a budget iPhone or just a smaller screen iPhone, we don't know for sure what Apple aimed for. If they wanted to appeal to people that want to pay almost the full price but desire to have a smaller screen and form factor, they clearly overestimated the demand and the number of people in this category. Not many people specifically care about this form factor. The regular 12 or 13 size is completely good for almost everyone. If, on the other hand, Apple wanted to sell the 12 mini to a budget-conscious consumer, in that case, they really missed with it. A phone with a poor battery life that's $700 isn't something you consider when you want to save money. Apple's iPhone SE was priced at just $399. That's a budget price. With the release of the 12 series iPhones, the XR also stayed in the lineup and it was priced at just $500 and had a great battery life and a regular size. And there are of course other ways to save money. You can, for example, buy second-hand iPhone 11 for a great deal, refurbished one, or even a brand new but older release from resellers. So no matter which category you fall in both cases, you rather choose a different iPhone. This is in fact exactly what happened. People flocked to the iPhone 12 Pro, interestingly enough even skipping the regular 12 for most part. So if the mini iPhone seemed to be not successful, the last question you may be thinking about is why did Apple release the 13 mini then? Why did they go on with this mini iPhone the next year? Well, it took some time until Apple finally decided that they want to get rid of it. Time passed by and you need to order production for new iPhones in advance, so chances are that the 13 mini was just irreversible. Or perhaps Apple believed in it so much that they just wanted to give it another chance. This year with the iPhone 14, we know for sure that the mini iPhone was not a successful step for Apple. In any case, this was the story of iPhone mini.